Good evening. My name is Olakunlake Folajimi. I'm here tonight to talk to you about ethical violations and board discipline. Oftentimes, ethical violation happens when a counselor violates the principle of ethical behaviors. I reviewed 2 to 3 cases that were released in the state of Virginia in the last 30 days, and my initial reaction was who was supervising these individuals that violated the principle of ethical behaviors? Because based on what I gathered from the cases, these individuals were mental health skill-building counselors and intensive in-home counselors, and I know for a fact from experience that these individuals have to be supervised by a licensed professional counselor. Some of the things that you see when it involves a disciplinary action from the Board of Counseling includes refusal or failure to provide adequate services to clients, Medicaid fraud, and unprofessional behaviors in the field. Unfortunately, the case that I reviewed happens to do with Medicaid fraud, where individuals were going to the field, were billing insurance agency, but were not going to see their clients to provide adequate services to their clients. ACA Code of Ethics, Section C, 6B part of it, stated something about um, third party. And in there, it mentions something about insurance. The insurance agencies are billed by the counselor after they have provided adequate services. And in return, the insurance agencies reimburse the counselor. In this case, the counselors were billing the insurance agency but were not providing services. It also, the 6D part of that C section mentions something about counselors are not allowed to exploit their client. They're not allowed to exploit their client. In this case, that was the case as well. And also, I cited the Virginia Board of Counseling, Section 5 of it, that talks about the standard of practice. The B part of that Section 5, the fourth point stated that counselors are to provide justifiable services to their client at all times. In this case, that was not the situation. So as a result, the Board of Counseling suspended their licenses, and also they had to serve, which is rather unfortunate, they had to serve prison terms. ACA Code of Ethics, Section F, talks about supervision, training, and teaching. If you look at the 5B part of it, that talks about impairment, recommending that counselors, when they are impaired physically or mentally, they should cease providing services to clients and go get help. They need to go get help instead of them continuing to provide services and doing more harm and damages to clients. So the question I have is this, or that came to mind: who trained them? Did they understand what their job entails? And who, once again, who was supervising these people? Was there anybody going out to the field to make sure they were doing their job? Was anybody making any visitations to these places? These are the questions that came to mind. Thank you very much and be well.